Michael, thank you for joining us for a coffee.
Thank you very much. Thanks
Now,
for having me.
I was standing in the stands at the Sydney Olympics in 2000. I remember the buzz. What's it like for you? Someone who goes on to win 6 medals and a couple of golds. What's it like standing on those blocks when the starting gun's about to fire?
You know, I tend to, I can get overexcited. So for me, it was just a matter of keeping the lid on things, not to look up at the stand too much. I knew there was a temporary stand at the Sydney Aquatic Centre that
I was in it.
was. I'm not sure how secure it was. Once the people was jumping up and down, it made a pretty good noise. For me, I do remember that Sydney race, the 4x1 especially, very vividly. It obviously was one that we tend to reminisce a lot because we did create history in beating the Americans for the first time. I always wanted to swim in front of a home crowd and to lead off the Australian swim team in that relay and break a world record personally and also as a team was a dream come through.
Now, you had a fabulous successful career. You had a couple of retirements. What did you take out of your swimming career and apply in the business world?
Look, there's a number of things actually. I think that for me, my sporting experience, I think it set me up quite well for starting on my own business. I think fundamentally, I would say, I've always been surrounded by a great team, and the Australian swim team has had a great reputation in terms of having, leaders in their own rights.
Now, I have to ask this: how did you get into skincare products? Where did the idea come from? What drove you to that field?
Well, I'm actually I've got dry skin at the moment because I swam this morning. Generally, swimmers, we're in the pool 2 or 3 times a day, so we had to moisturise. So it's something that I didn't need to be educated about it, which most of the Aussie men still need a little bit of prompting, bit of education. And I was actually approached by a couple other brands to help them promote their products, and I thought, well, there must be something in that. So I decided to create a really small niche, only 3 products at the time, range of men's skincare products, and put that forward to Maya at the time, and we sold it in, and I had to come up with actually had to produce the bloody thing, which we ended up doing, and the rest is history.
You market under the Milk brand.
Yep.
Now, how have you developed that?
Yeah, so it's obviously Milk & Co, or Milk is Klim backwards, so that's
I was going to ask you about that. You probably told that story, but what was the thinking there?
Well, you know what, I was actually a little bit annoyed that back in the day, Kieran Perkins got his own milk deal, then Thorpe got his own milk deal, and my name was actually Milk spelled backwards, and I never got one.
Yep.
So I had to create my own brand with the word milk in it. But I think the Milk name lends itself so well to skincare. It's obviously pure, it's nourishing.
Yep. It's organic.
It's organic. Yeah. So we've actually got milk proteins in our Milk Baby products as well. So there's benefits in that. So yeah, I think it lends itself really well for a skincare brand.
Now, you've had a fabulously successful career in sport and now in business. What's Michael Klim going to be doing in 20 years' time?
20 years, hopefully I'll retire in 20 years' time. Milk is in a really good place at the moment. We've got really exciting, we've obviously had a new launch of our baby offer. We're in about 16 different countries and really sort of targeting the Asian market, especially China. So we're really looking forward to the next chapter between 2 or 3 to 5 years. And then hopefully I can just watch my kids flourish and watch them grow up and be an active dad.
Your kids going to be swimmers? What are you going to be? Are you going to be the pushy parent or saying, don't go down that path?
Oh, it's funny, none of them really have shown their interest in swimming yet. So I've got one that's a gymnast, the other one's a tennis player, and the third one loves equestrian. So it's sort of, they're all pretty good.
Equestrian one could be pretty expensive, right?
Exactly right. So I'm going to steer that one off. But I think as long as they find a pursuit, I think sport or hobbies or anything or something that I find a passion in, it's really important, because I think in life you can always take an easy road, but I think through sport I've been able to learn some very valuable lessons, especially when the times are going tough. So I want them to experience a little bit of hardship just so they can be stronger for it.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to quite see it that way, but maybe when they're a little bit older, they might look back and reflect and say, thanks, Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know.
Exactly, that's right.
Michael Klim, thanks for joining us for a coffee.
Thanks for having me.